Okay, everybody, this is Ancient Egypt and Nubia, Section 5. We're going to start to focus just on the Nubian part of Egypt. And I just want to remind you here, the bottom, you see where the cataracts start to come in? Okay, just remember, the area of the Nile with cataracts is the Nubian section of the Nile. Okay? Okay. Culture first appeared in Nubia around 8,000 years ago. Most of the time, Egypt and Nubia were at peace. Nubia was called Tesete, the land of the bow. Many Nubian archers were used in the Egyptian army. The Nubians, of course, were expert with the bow and arrow. Well, there are a couple of city-states, you could say, or small kingdoms along the Nubian section. All right, we're going to talk about Kerma first. It was located on the third cataract of the Nile. Kerma was famous for its artisans. You remember this word, artisans, skilled workers who made delicate pottery. The kings in Kerma were buried in tombs under huge mounds of earth on gold-covered beds. Okay, so you have to understand that this was about 8,000 years ago, before the pyramids were built. Tombs were built under the earth. Interesting. In the mid-1400s BC, Thutmose III took control of Nubia and controlled it for 700 years. The Nubians and the Egyptian culture were closely mixed. So again, in the mid-1400s, Thutmose, the pharaoh of Egypt at the time, took over and controlled Nubia so that Egypt was now united with Nubia and Egypt together as one country. Now, aside from Kerma, there was another kingdom called Napata. And so by the late 700s, Napata expanded its power into Egypt. Napata was located near the fourth cataract of the Nile. And the 25th dynasty of Egypt, the ruling family at the time, they were Napatans. Imagine, one of the ruling dynasties of Egypt came from Napata, which is the Nubian part of Egypt. By 660 BC, the Napatans were forced back into Nubia, and their rule was over. Okay, a third kingdom in Nubia is called Meroe, which, as you can see here too on the map, here's the Nile River. This part is the Nubian side of the Nile where I'm pointing. Meroe is located down somewhere around here. It was between the 5th and 6th cataracts of the Nile. Iron ore was found in the surrounding deserts of Meroe, which allowed weapons of iron and tools to be made. These weapons helped Meroe to control trade routes to the Red Sea and allowing trade with India, Central Africa, and Rome. And you can see the red lines on this map indicate the trade routes. All right, here's the Red Sea I'm pointing to here. And if you continue up from the Red Sea into the Nile River where there are no cataracts, you see, there was a passageway into the Mediterranean Sea, into Rome, which is up in here in the north. Little evidence of Meroe exists because their writing system could never be understood. So historians really don't know that much about it. They only know through the artifacts that they found. Okay, so now the key ideas to remember here. What was the relationship between Nubia and Egypt? Well, Egypt was both friend and enemy with Nubia over its long history. At one time, Nubia ruled over Egypt. Mostly, both regions traded and cooperated with each other. What were the achievements of Kerma? Kerma was known for its artisans and the beautiful pottery. What were the achievements of Napata? Napata was known for their skill with the bow and arrow. And what were the achievements of Meroe? Meroe was known for its tools and weapons made out of iron ore found in the deserts.